Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about after school snacks for kids, and I'm going to be sharing 5 of my favourite savoury snacks that are perfect to feed hungry kids in the afternoon. For today's video I have teamed up with Seriously Spreadable to show just how versatile this is in everyday family cooking. Seriously Spreadable has a real cheddar taste. It's also suitable for vegetarians, so perfect for the entire family. We love it on toast, in sandwiches, on crackers, but today I'm going to show you 5 slightly different ways of using it in recipes at home that you may not have thought of before. Okay, let's get started. So my first recipe is pastry cheese swirls. You just need a handful of simple ingredients for this. They're really easy to make. You can get them in the oven maybe before the kids are home from school. Once they get through the door, they have a delicious warming snack ready for them. So what you're going to need for this, first of all, is 1 sheet of puff pastry, which we're going to roll out. Onto that, we're going to put a whole tub of the Seriously Spreadable and just literally spread that all over across the pastry. We're going to sprinkle on a bit of paprika, just for a bit of extra taste and flavour. And then taking the longer end of the pastry, we're going to roll that up. It can be a little bit difficult kind of getting this started, so just kind of take a bit of time on the edges to get that started, and then use the paper underneath to kind of guide your way through. Once that's all rolled up, we're then going to cut it into 12 equal size pieces. Divide these between 2 lined baking trays. We're going to put a bit of egg wash on top, so that's simply a cracked egg into a bowl, whisk it gently with a fork, and then brush it onto the top. It gives a lovely kind of brown, crispy, crumbly pastry top, really delicious. And then we're just going to pop them into the oven for about 17 to 20 minutes until they're golden brown on top and fully cooked through, and that's it. Delicious crumbly pastry filled with that oozy, delicious, Seriously Spreadable cheese, perfect for an afternoon snack for kids. So my next recipe is a tuna cheese melt, and for that we're going to need 1 sandwich tin, and this is a brown sandwich tin, you can use a white one either. And to that we're going to add 1 tablespoon of the Seriously Spreadable, spread that over the 2 slices. We then need some tuna. I've used about half a tin of tuna here, and to that we're going to add another tablespoon of the Seriously Spreadable, mix that in, and then put that on top of the sandwich tin as well. To the top then we're going to add some sliced tomatoes and also sprinkle on a little bit of sweet corn. Pop that under the grill for about 3–3.5 minutes until the bread starts to crust up a little, the tuna has warmed up, and of course the cheese is lovely and melted and gooey. So delicious. My third recipe then is a really quick and easy cheese dip. So for this we need another tub of the Seriously Spreadable. We're going to put that into a food processor, or you can use a blender as well. And to make this into a dip, we kind of want to make the consistency thinner. So we want to thin that cheese spread down a bit into a dip consistency. And to do that, all we need to do is to add a splash of milk. So just start with a small amount, you can always add a little bit more. Blitz it up until you do get the right consistency, and that's it. I've added some chopped chives, but you can use maybe some spring onions as well, just to make a lovely cheesy chive flavour to it. Put that into a bowl, and then with that I would serve some Crudites, so some chopped carrots, cucumber, some peppers, some radishes. You could always add some crackers, maybe some fingers of toast as well. Anything like that will be so delicious dipped into the dip. So on to my 4th recipe, and this is a very simple cheese and veggie wrap, but this is a great way of getting a couple of portions of veg into kids in the afternoon. All you need for this is 1 large tortilla wrap. I've used a white one, but you can use, again, brown wholemeal is absolutely fine. And to that we're going to add a large spoon of the Seriously Spreadable. For the veggies, I've actually used a julienne peeler on the carrot and also the cucumber, because it just makes these lovely, really thin strips of veggies. I just find it's easier for the kids to eat them like this when they're in the wrap. So once you put your Seriously Spreadable onto the wrap, you're going to want to add the veggies. Then I've used lettuce, and then the shredded carrot, the shredded cucumber, and also some thinly sliced peppers as well. Then all you need to do is just wrap it up as tightly as possible so that the filling doesn't fall out, cut it in 2, and it's ready to serve. So my 5th and final recipe is probably my favourite. It's these ham and cheese toasty roll-ups. These are so delicious because everything gets melted up within the bread, the outside gets lovely and crispy. They are so delicious. So what you need for this to start with is 1 slice of bread. I always cut the crusts off just because it makes it easier to roll the bread up. I'm then going to take a rolling pin. This may seem a little bit strange, but you're going to roll out the bread because again it makes it much thinner and easier to roll up. Once you've done that, add a spoonful of the Seriously Spreadable and just spread that all over the base of the bread. We're then going to add one slice of ham and then roll it up. So similar to our pastry roll-ups, we're just going to start with the edge, roll all the way up as tightly as you can. Then in a frying pan we're going to add some butter, let that melt, and then we're going to add our toasty roll-up to that. You want to cook it just for maybe a minute or less on either side. We want it to get lovely golden brown and crispy, but obviously watch out that it doesn't burn. Keep turning it in the pan as well so that it's getting brown on all sides, it's completely even. Then once it's ready, pop it out of the pan, it's ready to serve straight away. Obviously be careful with kids, these will be hot in the middle with the melted cheese, but they will cool down quite quickly. So I really hope you enjoyed those 5 savoury snack ideas for kids, all using Seriously Spreadable. I will leave all the ingredients and their measurements in the description box below. Let me know if you try these yourself, and I'll see you next time.